Today let's talk about how easy it is to recycle an EV and what is the carbon footprint that an EV car leaves behind as compared to an ICE vehicle. This is Aurelius from Mashable India and you're watching another episode of India's EV revolution. In India, we produce 62 million metric tons of waste on a yearly basis, out of which I did try to get numbers as to how many automobiles get scrapped, but we have no stats. It's as if in India we did not know that we could recycle these cars until last year. In August 2021, the PM introduced the vehicle scrappage policy, under which if your commercial vehicle is above 15 years, you need to scrap it. If your passenger vehicle is about 20 years, you need to scrap it. But if your vehicle is able to pass a fitness test, like all athletes have, then you can extend the period of your car by another 5 years. And then again, once that expires, you can apply for the test once again. And then again, if your car does pass, you get an extension of 5 more years. Now, how are still EVs relevant to an ICE car? Because most of the metal components that go into an EV car are similar to an ICE car. You have the glass components that go in, rubber, the plastic, the dashboard, everything is there, even the circuits that are there. But the biggest differentiator between ICE and an EV is the battery pack versus an engine. Most EVs use lithium powered battery packs, and one of the most important component of a lithium power pack is graphite. Graphite is, like most minerals and elements on earth, has to be unearthed, refined, and then we can use it in our power packs. This process is extremely costly, and if you factor the cost of producing one single battery pack for an EV car as compared to an engine of any other car, the process is much more expensive. Researchers say if 95% of the world's population were to use EVs, then we would significantly reduce greenhouse gases. And now that we've just started to use EV tech on a daily basis and implementing infrastructure around it, once these cars start hitting the recycling lines, we will reduce even the carbon footprint of these cars significantly, because if not all, most of the car will be recycled. So now we understand that we can recycle EVs, but what about the juice, or how are we charging our EV cars? It is still conventionally from the power grids. In India, 393 gigawatts of electricity is produced on a yearly basis, 37% of which is coming from renewable sources. The rest of it is from burning coal. So our cars are not really running on clean energy yet. By 2040, Indian government says that 47% of the power grid will be powered by renewable sources. That's still far stretch, but then at least we are heading in that direction. So maybe our grandchildren will be completely running on renewable sources of energy, and EV is the future. ये जो फेज है जहाँ पे हम ट्रांजिट कर रहे हैं एक ICE कार से EV कार तक, ये याद दिलाता है मुझे हमारे डीमोनेटाइजेशन के टाइम का। डीमोनेटाइजेशन जब हो रहा था, हम सभी बहुत परेशान थे। ATM में पैसा नहीं रहता था, और ATM में पैसा रहे भी तो उस पर एक लिमिट हुआ करता था। बैंक से पैसा निकालने या डालने के लिए 2-2 घंटे लाइन में खड़ा रहना पड़ता था। कुछ लोग तो 4 घंटे भी खड़े रहते थे। और अगर आप पैसा डालने के लिए आपको मिला भी, अपॉर्चुनिटी मिला भी, तो बैंक वाले ही पूछते थे, भाई ये पैसा आपके पास आया कहाँ से? मगर वो दिन चले गए, एंड नाउ वी आर ऑल हैप्पी विद व्हाट वी हैव। जब जेब से 2000 का नोट निकलता है तो हमें खुशी होती है, और जो लोग पैसा इकट्ठा करने में लगे हुए थे उनके लिए भी बहुत कन्वीनियंट हो गया है। वही जगह पे जहाँ खाली 1000 का नोट छुपाया कर सकते थे, अभी 2000 का नोट छुपाया कर सकते हैं। This phase is not anything different than what we were trying to do with demonetization. We're just trying to replace something old with something new, and in this case it's an EV. That's how we're trying to work towards a more sustainable future. Speaking about sustainability, there is a series that we do around sustainability. You can check it out here or here. In the next episodes, let's talk about how easy it's to maintain an EV and what is the cost that you might incur in case you own an EV. This is Aurelius from Mashable India signing off. Have a good evening ahead.